Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
I sure this music is more than noise. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with the friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if so can you like, so can you vibe. If carnival is on, then you not alone. If so can you like, so can you vibe. If carnival is on, well, you not alone. I sure this music is more than noise. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with my friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, well, you not alone.
Wake up, rise up. It's the Net Radio Breakfast Show. Bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if carnival is on.
Well, it's good to recognize what gives you life. What is, giving you that life sustenance.
I can't behave myself,
And of course, as you open the doors to the weekend,
can't behave myself. All when I jump in with
I know a lot of you will be tapping into that, right?
the music hit there.
Everybody, good morning to you. Good Friday morning to you. And of course, welcome to it. Good to have you here.
Soon as the music hit
What we're here is this new era TT Radio, Net Radio.
can you vibe, if carnival is on,
We are the heartbeat of the Caribbean, and yes, we take you above and beyond.
soca can you vibe, if carnival is on.
So, Trinidad and Tobago, good morning. Neighbors in the Caribbean, good morning.
I went thing and said,
Friends and family streaming all around the globe.
deal with them rude.
Thank you very much for being here. It's a great pleasure to be in your company.
All that talk the talking, them can't tell me nothing. I go deal with them, let me deal with them, let me deal with them. I come to defend the
Of
things.
course, I want to say much thanks as always to the Heavenly Father for bringing us together for another day.
Noise, I can't
All that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing, honor to you. Sir Charles, that is me.
behave myself.
Happy am I to be here with you. Happy am I to welcome you to your number one. Get up and go. Welcome, everybody, to the Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
It's a Friday, baby.
Stuck on you.
Hoppa!
Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose.
Doesn't know.
Yes, I'm on my way.
DJ Jazzy on the remix, baby.
Needed a friend,
Hey!
and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end.
South Africa to the world.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Shake what your mama gave ya.
Mighty glad to stay.
Hey! Your weekend starts right here, baby.
It's right here on Net Radio, and we're happy to be in the land of the living, to be here with you. We say good morning to Richard, who I'm sure will join us at some point in time, and Wendell, who's joining us, as always, very early. Wendell, good morning.
Ooh, morning, Sir Charles. Morning, Richard. Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's Friday, yes. It's the end of a very, very tough work week for a lot of people, you know. But we're here. We're happy to be in the land of the living. Condolences again to those who would have lost loved ones. And of course, happy birthday to who? Celebrates my birthday today. What's today's date?
It's 17th.
17th. I'm sure I have someone. I'm sure today is Jerry Pooh's birthday. Jerry, Vera, Jerry Albin. I think today is his birthday. Jerry, is today your birthday? I think he listens to us. He lives abroad, but I think he watches the program sometimes.
Okay.
I think today.
I don't have any birthdays this today. You know, we had a chock full of birthdays this week. So
yeah. Nicole Saunders, today is her birthday. She's in the media. Diane Portel, Stephanie Brown, Natalie Perez. She listens to us. I think she used to listen to the other show. I think she listens to the show too. Edison Fields and Gloria Reyes, they're all celebrating birthdays today. I think today is Jerry Albin's birthday. If it's not Jerry Albin, it's Sean Perez. Someone of them born around this time.
yeah, you have a real good memory, but
Yeah, no, I always remember we used to celebrate a birthday sometime in the middle of April, you know. But there are some other birthdays coming up over the weekend. I hope those people have an absolutely fantastic time. It's going to be Roy Kibb's birthday tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah, he would have celebrated his birthday tomorrow.
Well,
Happy
I know,
birthday to Roy.
yeah, I
Sorry?
know next week we have some royalties coming in, so that's all right. So
Okay. Royalties, you say, no?
yeah, we have some royalties next week, but I won't let nothing out of the yard.
Is who posted in the tea room chat this morning? You or Corey?
I think I put something there this morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
I now seen it. 87-year-old
87-year-old.
That what I used to call Roy Keith, not so?
Yeah, Papi went to have a good time. Mhm.
An 87-year-old man, an 87-year-old man, and a 34-year-old woman. Let me see that. What is that? That's a 53-year difference.
Yeah, there's plenty speed on the highway there.
The plenty speed, boy.
Yeah,
Pops
I
came and went at
plenty
the same
speed.
time.
yeah,
He came and went at the same time, apparently at a hotel in San Fernando.
yeah. This is not the first time we have heard of situations like that in places like that too, you know.
But that's a big age difference. I don't think I ever hear about 87 years old. 87-year-old man. Pops brave. Remind me of somebody I know.
No, if outside there and still sparking.
People
Michael is so responsible for that this morning. Michael, you created all this mission this morning. When I saw it, I said, I'll share that in the tea room. They'll get it at some point in time, but
All right. Well, what else is in the news? I don't know what else is in the news. I haven't looked at the news. Oh, I see a story broke overnight with the HDC story that we
Right.
yesterday. With the contracts are now on hold. Who sent that to me?
It's in the newspapers today also. I think I saw it in the
news.
Express. Yeah.
Right.
So apparently that whole thing has been put on hold. I've been able to go through this story to see what was the reasons. But if we go through the newspaper, I'm sure we'll be able to probably. Yeah, there's one of these stories we should really look at.
Yeah, well, we'll probably poll it too, because apparently the Office of the Procurement Regulator on Tuesday, that's Tuesday, April 14, 2020, formally directed the Trinidad and Tobago Housing Development Corporation to hold on the award of $3.4 billion in housing contracts, pending a comprehensive review of the record of procurement proceedings. Now, that must be a first. The inquiry was initiated to ensure full compliance with the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act as amended, its associated regulations, handbooks, and guidelines pursuant to the Office's powers under Sections 14(1)(a), (c), and (d) of the Act. The Office will make no further comment on this matter to ensure the integrity of its ongoing inquiry process. Is that a first that something like that has happened? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm happy that they did actually, because not to say that I personally had any speculations with it, but I saw where the opposition had raised some concerns about it. So I think when questions are being asked in that kind of way, that the procurement regulators, I think that is why they are there, should be able to step in to bring some kind of clarity now. Because I mean, I saw other things. I mean, I saw where certain members within the government also had put out some statements refuting some of the claims. So for the public to be comfortable with this, because you're hearing both sides now. One side saying one thing, the other side defending the other thing. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, if it seems to me to be a first, but I don't know the full story. Because I know Stuart Young in Parliament actually called the names of the contractors who got contracts, and they said they didn't have a track record and all these sort of things, But you see that ministry? I have on record as saying I feel sorry for Dr. Lee, who is the head of that ministry. But of course, Dr. Lee has his own problems, right? He is before the court, I think. You know what I mean? He has his own issues. When you see them two ministers he have in that ministry, you gotta watch them like hawk. I'm sorry to say it, but that is my feeling. Well, you know how I feel about them, right? I've made it no secret how I feel about those two other ministers in that ministry. It's no secret.
Yeah, but if there's anything being raised of concerns, I'm happy to see that somebody is seeking the public interest at this junction, to make sure everything goes good. I think those things can only work in our interest. It's about time that the bodies that we have here really start to look out and do what they're supposed to be doing. Totally
agree with you, Sir Charles. Totally agree with you. Another story, of course, that broke is that the PNM, I don't know if it's the PNM, has decided to replace Senator Janelle John Bates on the PAC committee. I don't know. I guess the investigation into her actions will still continue, but they have. I think they've made a decision to replace her. I think I also read that. But I think the craziest thing I read for the morning, the craziest thing I read for the day, is what Donald Trump said about the Pope. Something is wrong. People, something is wrong with the American president. The American president tweeted, "It's no coincidence that this Pope is from the same city as that liberal dog Obama. He wants to do what he wants to humiliate Trump when the only reason he has the job is because I gave it to him. Wish he would take his little biscuits or wafers or whatever the hell it is you people eat and go somewhere else. J.D. Vance has it right. The Pope needs to stick his fingers somewhere else besides America. Ordering Todd Blanche to investigate the Catholic Church immediately. I'm sure he can find something." That is a tweet, apparently, from the President of the United States. That's what I just read for you.
Yes, yeah. And some of those things that you read, I wonder, I said, but how necessary really it is to say these kinds of things, to go that kind of direction, I don't know why. There's never a dull moment with Donald Trump.
No. He is unhinged.
Well, he always needs to be in the spotlight, but you know what? The Catholic Church has been around for how many years? Hundreds and hundreds of years.
Forever.
Yeah, understand? So that I don't think, in terms of longevity, the Catholic Church is worried about anything.
It's concerned. because mind you, the Pope responded, right? The Pope responded. The Pope says, "Woe to those who manipulate religion and the very name of God for their own military, economic, and political gain, dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth." Pope Leo couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know.
Nice response. I like that.
What is world going? But they just do like the 87-year-old man, you know?
I don't think he picked up on that, you know. He just came in, so.
But he in the same chat.
What did he say, man?
You didn't read the story about the 87-year-old man and the 34-year-old woman?
It's in the, let's check the tea room quickly, Richard. I showed something.
It came this morning in the tea room chat. Well, take a look at it now.
This morning? Oh, no, I would not have seen it this morning. It was this morning. There was something yesterday that I missed.
No. It's right here this morning.
Oh, okay, now. Well, I would not have looked at my phone yet this morning.
Miss Sampson had an opinion of it in the chat. She says dirty old men. How is that dirty, Miss Sampson?
Miss Sampson, what dirty about that?
Unless they didn't bid, I don't know. Maybe you know.
Well, they say that the lady was in the bathroom and said, "Have a bathroom." So
clearly, some cleaning took place with Samson.
Yes.
I made myself, yeah? Such as Richard, good morning. Forgive our manners.
What?
I said good morning.
Yeah. No, I mean, good morning, guys. And of course, good morning to our listeners and viewers, wherever you are. Of course, it's Friday. So the weekend has begun, people. So put a smile on your face. You know, everything is a little easier on a Friday because the weekend is here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your day. So, you know.
Oh, God, my. I need some sleep. Anyway.
All right, let's go for good news and then we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good time to go for good news.
Mm-hmm.
Around the world, millions of people head to work each day, contributing to industries, communities, and economies. But behind every job is something even more important: safety. Each year, the World Day for Safety and Health at Work highlights the importance of protecting workers and creating safer working environments for all. Led by the International Labor Organization, this global observance encourages businesses and governments to take action in preventing workplace accidents and promoting well-being. Today, the focus goes beyond physical safety. Emerging challenges like mental health, workplace stress, and even violence are now part of the conversation. Organizations are being encouraged to create environments where employees feel not only protected, but supported. Across industries, companies are investing in better training, improved safety systems, and stronger policies to reduce risk. From construction sites to offices, from hospitals to factories, efforts are being made to ensure that every worker returns home safely. Because a safe workplace is not just a goal, it's a responsibility. And when safety becomes part of the culture, everyone benefits. Health improves, productivity grows, and lives are protected. This global effort is a reminder that progress is not just about what we build, but how we protect the people building it. Let's commit to a future where safety and health at work are universal priorities. That's good news on Net Radio. Follow our channels and listen at netradiott.com for more great content.
Yeah, and we recognize safety in the workplace. I think the UN recognizes that day today, people. So all you employers, make sure you take a little extra time out today and make sure safety is priority in your workspaces.
Just trying to get this lighting up nice. All right, we could greet the people in the chat, I guess. This morning, of course, Friday morning, and let's see who came in first. Eunice Dublin came back up at midnight. Morning, Miss Dublin. Valerie Mendoza, Kenny in Harlem, Anthony Tinto, Ron DeSantis Jr. says, I'll read you first before I read you loud, yes?
Yeah. Make sure you edit.
Yeah.
Make sure you proofread, yes?
Yeah. Okay, he's mentioning about Dr. Carla Schultz. Ava Smith says, good morning. Margaret Thomas, Udell Guy, Robert Allen, Apollina's, Victor Phillip, Norris Ferguson, Michael Cadet, Beefy Smith, Felix Kazo, Manuela Peters, CJ from New York, sending shout out to her Powder Puff girls. Power Puff or Powder Puff? Deborah Noel Surrett says good morning. Also, Debbie Modest, Marlon Motley from North Balsine. Boy B. Daisy from DB. Oh, he's from Chaguanas. You from Chaguanas now? Or you in Chaguanas this morning, boy? Diane Payne, Estelita Sampson. Come Jesus come. She's calling for Jesus to come. Maybe the day before your man did exactly that. Sandra Gabriel says great morning to the Net family. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr, Arlene Lewis, Rena Bulu Jennings, Gavin Frank, Carol Guevara, Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona, Robert Taylor, Slick Money Grip, Joyce Phillip, Scorpion Pepper. What is that symbol CJ put there? I'm not sure. Nadia Stephen, my sister, man. Good morning, Nadia. Top of the morning. Scorpion Papa, Ohio to you, Wendell, wherever you are. It's Ohio Guzamais, right? That's what it is.
You can't forget anything already. You know?
I heard it enough. Big tune from CJ, Suzanne Jessup, that's Suzanne, Suzette, Corrine, and Mrs. Gemma, Maria H and Maria S. That's adding on some names there, Suzanne. All right, so Stankofa says bountiful graces. Carol Guevara is saying happy birthday to her son Trevor Guevara Jr. Right, so happy birthday, Trevor, from your mommy and of course from us on the Breakfast Show. Kathy Ann Charles says good morning, and Arlene in Brownsville, Texas. Kazim Mohammed saying cameras off on YouTube. So Charles will check that out. Erica Charles says thank God for sparing our lives. Trinidad Margot, Mrs. R comes in. Happy birthday, Trevor. CJ is wishing him. Kazim Mohammed, my phone was the problem. All right, so you got that fixed. Michael Robinson from Yokohama, Japan says, welcome. Michael Robinson, you're a wicked man, yes. That's most I can say. You're a wicked man. Susan Jessup, hey, it's gonna be great Friday because weekend begun. Scandal in C, just Rumbox in St. James. Happy Sunday with Sir Charles. Katyan Townsend says good morning. Miss Sampson is saying it's clean, nice old man. David Cathy, top of the I had to edit some of your comments sometimes. Scorpion Pepper says, I hope the procurement officer in AGC will be held accountable. Will be held accountable according to law if found to be wanted. This procurement of the procurement officer in HDC. All right, got you. All right, understood. Wayne Ramsey says good morning. The names on social media as well. Bernadette and Nelicia Yates. Alistair Hart says good morning, guys. When Ron DeSantis, Wendell, that 83 is 87, man. Spark plug finally burnt out. Well, as I say, came and went at the same time. That's a lot of people's dream, you know, Ron. Amanda and Damian Edwin says good morning.
Morning, cuz.
Mrs. R is calling me my breath of fresh air again. She needs to stop that. Michael Eastman, good morning. David wears bathroom with glass walls too. That have to be Hyatt. Hyatt must have glass walls, but they have no Hyatt in South. Maybe there is a hotel in South with glass walls, but I know Hyatt has glass walls in the bathroom. Carla Hercules says good morning. Good for you. Sankofa say the word dark, black, etc. should not be used to describe a wrong, evil, bad. Call it what it is, evil. It is no longer acceptable to use black and dark. What are you referring to there?
I don't know what you're talking about. I think maybe what Pope said. People use darkness all the time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they do.
They have different adjectives, a different thing,
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. The darkness is falling across the land, but you can't play Michael Jackson's song no more.
Yeah, I don't know that those words are unacceptable. I never knew that.
No.
Julia Samantha says good morning. Carlisle Cupid, Bridget Buchanan says good morning, my favorite three men. Cod Chaz, I don't know who that is, but the message didn't come through. Or Julian Small. Doreen Pierre, good morning. Sharon Henry. Kim Govaya says good morning. Your musical symbols. All right, thanks for that, TJ. Sherman Paul. Chris Toussaint says good morning. St. Peter give the 86-year-old man. Paul, everybody get him an age wrong. He's 87. A high five and tell him, way to go. Trinidad says good morning, gentlemen. Matura YC says good morning. We'll have a great weekend. Wendell remembering St. James in the days of Roy's Hardware. Yes. Yeah, it's way back in the day. I was a child I when growing up in St. James with Roy's Hardware. All right, so those are the greetings on the chat.
All right, so let's see who came in on the WhatsApp very early this morning. Of course, Callan and Kelly out there in Caranash, they were on the move very early, so thank you very much for connecting. Also to Fifi in Ethiopia, good morning to you. To the folks out there in Columbus, Ohio, who was on the move this morning. Mahi, good morning to you. CJ out there in New York, good day to you. Kent in Laventille. Archbishop Ashton Clark, he's out there in Brampton. Peter Wilson, good day to the folks in St. James. Zena and the Powder Puff Girls out there in Arima. Captain Ron in Orlando. Sabili, Powder Magazine. Brenda in Pinal. Frank in Aruka. Terry Ann Peters out there in Mova. Judith out there in Tobago. And of course, Pauline, who says that she's off to the gym very early this morning. Hey, congratulations. Go for it, girl. Go for it. All right. And of course, all the folks who are joining us on Gael Caribbean TV, good morning to you. And thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, of course. Good morning also to Carl Jack. David Wells says it's a double palm. Who does have glass bathrooms? I never knew that. Never been in one. David, you sure you want everybody to do it?
That's all right. If you've been there, nothing wrong with that. Do you understand? And yeah, people, it's now 27 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. You're listening to Net Radio, and this is The Breakfast Show. Stay with us. We will be back shortly.
Scandal in Citrus heads back to Cipriani College. You heard right. The Scandal is back at Cipriani College on Saturday the 25th of April at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 26th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Box office at Cipriani College opens on Monday 20th of April, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. People can't get enough of Scandal in Citrus. Cipriani College, we coming back.
Scandal in Citrus.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Daybay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
S&H Rum Box, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rum Box. Drinking
out of the box.
Central Bank Auditorium. The ridiculously funny comedy Two Fat Fellas is coming April 25th and 26th.
2 nights only.
Two Fat Fellas stars Cecilia, Penny, Kevon, Zachary, Rachel, and Rose.
Tickets available at Dorman Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral, Val Park, Echology, Mokorapa Road, A Squared Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, C3 Center, and the Falls at Westmore. And IslandEtickets.com. Central Bank box office opens Thursday the 23rd of April. For more info, call or text 683-0356 or 683-4843.
Two Fat Fellas, Central Bank, 25th and 26th of April. 2 nights only.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
All right, we back. Richard is going to rejoin us from in a bit.
And we move, Before we go forward, let me just say happy birthday going out to Nandi. Nandi will be celebrating her birthday tomorrow. Nandi is Brenda Ode and Pinal's daughter. And remember that whole family came down to the canyon.
Yes.
Beautiful family, Yeah, I love the family working like that and thing, Family support and thing. Yeah, well, you all know about that.
yes, for sure. Happy birthday, Nandi.
Yeah.
Of course, when I heard the name, I immediately say, how Sir Charles know Nandi? And Nandi is one of the main characters in Beauty in Black. I don't know if you have ever seen the Tyler Perry series Beauty in Black. Yeah, Nandi is one of the characters in Beauty in Black.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, she celebrates her birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to you, Nandi.
Happy birthday, Nandi. All right, today's Express, Cheryl Henry is saying, years ago, a senior retired police officer was found dead in a hotel in Santa Cruz with a young woman. He took too much Viagra. His wife worked in a ministry with me. She took casual leave immediately. Okay.
You see what does take time for?
Charles.
All the time, Mama, they say, take some time now. Take some time.
God.
Take time to bury him.
I'm still listening. Oh, gosh, taking time for the wrong thing. Anyway. Oh, gosh. Well, distinguished gentlemen. Look, Robert, what the hell? Look at all the kind of... Today's Friday, people thought we could talk this talk. Robert Allen said, that's a fact. A well-distinguished gentleman. I work CID with him.
You know the man. Robert know the man too.
Robert knew the man. Oh, Lord. Anyway. Let's get into the newspapers today. Express Online. Of course, the discovery, 7 years of struggle. That's one of the main stories. And that's the story about Sabita Basdio, who was kidnapped and held for captive for 7 long years. Imagine that.
I still can't believe it's 7 years that they're talking about with this thing,
Yeah. The husband had to raise the children by himself. So he is now talking about it. 7 years of struggle. All right. Another story, super farm attack, and we would have showed that video. Woman robbed of gun, cash, and beaten to ground. Oh, she had a gun
yeah, apparently so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe the gun was in the bag, because just the bag they grabbed then.
And they went to target her because they realized they passed somebody else and they went directly for her too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Think those guys were held, not so. I think I've seen pictures of those guys being.
Yeah, I think they held a couple of people.
Yeah.
I think I hear 2 women in the process also too.
Wow. Hit and run, crash into culvert, leave 2 dead in Central. Another accident, claiming 2 lives this time. Shots fired at Lange Park home intruders. John Dates to be replaced on PAAC, that's what I spoke about. And PNM calls for criminal probe into $3.4 billion housing deals. Well, the mere fact that AGC could find $3.4 billion to do housing, they could find 1% of that to pay people who they owe. But they owe a lot. All right, so those are the trending stories in today's Express Online. All right.
And I'll do Guardian for you today.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay, so trending in the Guardian newspaper today, we have that same contract situation. 3.4 billion HEC contract halted. And all right, so what else is coming up here? I don't know all these things are just open. Okay.
Yeah,
DCP.
Guardian is weird to read it. The online edition, it's weird.
Yeah. DCP, 1,588 arrested, 355 charged so far under the SOE. COP concerned about PDO's issue to teens. Let me read that properly. COP concerned about PDO's issue to teens. What is the PDO?
The detention orders now.
Oh, okay.
Detention orders are the issue under
and he promises more school level intervention. 13 more detention orders issued. Plenty police story, boy. The COP defense FUL background checks says guns shared like nuts on the previous secretary. Well, they know that when I get a barrage,
you know Gary Griffith is going to respond to that because
yeah, like it's all he said shared like nuts. Guard of honor for Pebbles Taddy. All right. Wait, that funeral now taking place, I think. Anyhow. And passenger collapses aboard the Buko Reef. Yeah. So there's some of the stories in the newspaper for you guys today.
All right. Rena is saying the gun was in her handbag. That's only because it's her handbag that they grabbed. You know. Sorry. This is anyway. I hope they recovered everything and that lady is seeking the relevant counseling because that must have been traumatic for her.
Yeah, when you look at it, actually, they went directly for this lady. It wasn't anybody random. They were just looking at. You know, because other people were right there. The car right next to her had 2 other persons that went there, and they just passed and they went straight for the lady. Well, you really don't know what to make of this thing outside. You know, according to what you have and what you're doing, you have to be very secretive. Just wrong, you know. You have to try and keep the information to yourself.
Yeah. All right. So those are all the trending stories in the 2 newspapers today.
All right. So we're moving along. Let's get into our Did You Know segment, and then we'll come back and look and see what is happening with the morning poll. And I'm waiting until Richard come back to play the video with the preacher.
Oh, right.
Yeah. The flippant preacher.
Did you know the smartphone in your hand has quietly replaced dozens of everyday items people once depended on? From communication to entertainment, one device now does it all. Let's take a look at just how many things the modern cell phone has replaced. Before smartphones, people relied on wristwatches to tell time and alarm clocks to wake them up. Today, your phone does both, and more. It sets multiple alarms, reminders, timers, and even tracks your sleep. There was a time when pagers, also called beepers, were the fastest way to send a message, and landline phones were fixed in one place inside the home. Now, smartphones allow instant calls, voice notes, and messaging from anywhere in the world. Communication is no longer tied to a location. People once carried separate cameras to capture photos and camcorders for video. Today, smartphones combine both, with high-quality lenses, editing tools, and instant sharing. Moments can now be captured and shared in seconds. Before smartphones, people used paper maps or standalone GPS devices to find their way. Now, your phone gives real-time directions, traffic updates, and estimated travel times. Getting lost has become much less common. From cassette players to CD players and portable radios, music used to require separate devices. Now, smartphones store thousands of songs and stream music instantly from anywhere. Entertainment is always within reach. Phones have replaced everyday tools like calculators and notebooks. You can take notes, store ideas, solve problems, and organize your day, all in one place. Need light? Your phone has a built-in flashlight. Need to track dates? Your phone calendar sends reminders and keeps everything organized. It's like carrying a toolbox in your pocket. What once required multiple devices now fits into one. The smartphone has simplified life, increased convenience, and completely changed how we interact with the world. From watches to cameras to maps, the smartphone has transformed everyday living in ways we often take for granted. One device, endless possibilities. If you didn't know, now you know. For more great content, listen to netradiott.com. Follow us on social media. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, all those things that you used to do, the cell phone has come and replaced all of that. Much so that I don't even put on a watch anymore, you know, Wendell.
I rarely wear watches too. I've been bad lucky with watches actually, so I hardly ever wear a watch.
I don't put on watches and stuff and things. Sometimes I find myself so much now, even if I'm going out to some kind of function or anything, I didn't bother really watch anymore.
That's when I wear a watch most times, when I'm going out or something, you know. And I have to have it with me. I don't, you know, people could put their watch down at home and thing. If that watch put down at home, it will never wear. Yes, sir. It will never wear.
Yeah. All the things like the alarm clock. You see, remember you used to have your chain up alarm clock and you set it to wake you up. And a special radio clock and all kind of thing. I don't even worry about that. I don't even need the radio or the clock because the phone playing everything for you now.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it like
but
that.
You know, every hotel room you go in, they'll have those little radio clocks.
Yeah. Now you could download your whole playlist and put your phone play right by your head.
Mm-hmm.
And it has some phones that has a very good speaker, you know.
Yes. Or you invest in one of those little portable Bluetooth speakers.
Bluetooth boxes.
Yeah, the little boxes,
Yeah. So the cell phone has replaced quite a bit of things. I'm sure if you already check it out and stuff, you will see how many things that the cell phone has replaced.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, as I say, a lot of people I just want to say getting good news, and I'm so happy for them. Though any one of you all out there who listening who got good news recently, I'm really happy for you all. A friend of mine got some good news yesterday and shared it with me, and I was extremely happy for him. I'm extremely happy for him. I hope he's listening this morning. You know, but I'm always happy for people who get good news, especially when it makes them happy. You know? All right, so we have some other people joining us on the chat. Who else? Nicola McNichols, Victor Phillip, David McCarthy. I'm an original. I take full responsibility. What's that about? I take full responsibility for what goes on inside of me. Some people chatting on stuff here. I'm not sure what they're chatting on. No? I think sometimes the messages don't line up with the discussion. You know what I mean? They come through after the discussion takes place. So you're not sure what the messages are about. You know? Yeah. So we could take some calls. We have lots of time. Today is Friday. It's your day, of course. We have a nice video to show you all, but we're waiting on Richard. I don't know what he's waiting on. See if he's in the background.
No, he come back yet. He come back.
You know? But we could show it still and then and go straight into it lines up with
right. So let's show it because we might be waiting forever, Richard.
I watched that video quite a few times, and I'm wondering, what the hell is that? No, I'm not. It's not the first time I've seen a video like that. It's not the first time I've seen a video like that. But I watched that over and over and over again. I said, come on. In the name of what or whom?
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, if some of those things are staged. But I look at the and let me just play it for you guys. Look at the last girl in the red or pink or whatever it is, and the way she fell to the floor there, that tells me plenty. Just look at her.
And they're always abusing these plastic chairs.
Yeah, so.
When Richard said that, I refused to believe. I said, no, that can't be true. That's not true.
I don't know. I look at it. I said, I wonder if it's just something being staged, because I know we have these preachers today, these prosperity preachers. They have all different kinds of categories that they're putting into now. Right? So I say, I wonder if it's ready to. But the way I saw the last girl came, I saw everybody flipping, but she looked like she generally flipped and fell, padam on her back. That one didn't look like it's staged. So and then I remember when you watched the video that we played with Obama when he was greeting people, and they said like he too had some kind of force with him. He was just passing and people were just falling down and fainting. You remember seeing? Yeah, remember we played a good news with Obama when he was going and talking to people and stuff. You remember he was going and he spoke to this soldier when he came off the plane and saluted him and that sort of thing. You can't remember that?
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Right,
but I don't remember anybody dropping to the ground when he touched them.
Yeah, so it have some preachers that do that too, when they just put out their hands and they touch you, and people just faint and fall and all different kinds of things. So they were wondering if Obama has that same kind of spirit, because quite a bit of times that he would have been speaking, and people right around him, sometimes he passed and you just see the guard who was there just fell down group. That sort of thing. And if Obama was mounted, somewhat so you hear what he said, when the lady behind him, because he was speaking, right? And he something tell him, like he just glanced and he see the lady at the back of him kind of thing.
Right.
And he put his hand on the ground and he said, So coincidental? I don't know. I really, really don't know.
Of course, it's coincidental. Of course, it's logically coincidental. when people flip, that's why I tell you, sometimes religion ain't that far from a mental disorder. It ain't that far removed, and that video is an example of it. The lengths to which human beings will go to prove that they're devoted to whatever their belief system is.
Or have the power to do certain things.
And not only that the people who manipulate the power, inverted commas, in terms of whoever is the leader of the religious. Yeah. Well, whoever that they can lead people to make decisions that almost amount to self-harm in some situations. So I don't want to say pastor, religion, and the ridiculousness of those people flipping all over the place. And they will look back at that and say, boy, I flip the highest, because I am closer to Jesus. I don't know. I can't make sense of it. And there is no point having any rational discussion with somebody about that. That's beyond rational human discussion. That's against.
No, but some people are so by being moved by certain spirits and power, Richard.
That's why I said it's beyond rational human discussion. You can't argue with it. You can't make sense of it.
Anyhow, all right. Well, let's take a couple.
Leave that alone. Okay.
So I feel I want to leave that. All right, let's take your calls 281-1315299515 before we get into our morning poll. Good morning to you, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. Morning to the crew.
Morning.
Ohio.
No, there's Robert here.
Ohio Gozumba.
Ohio Gozaimasu. Ohio really is, you're living in Japan and you meet a friend and say Ohio for short. Good morning. Ohio Gozaimasu is like a visitor comes to your country and is the Gozaimasu is a form of respect. Managed to dare me out of that, right? But we go take that another time.
No problem.
I just wanted to speak about the situation where the lady handbag was snatched and there was a firearm in the handbag. Did I miss something? Is that lady an FUL holder?
She probably is.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned that she is.
Because you have to pay attention to your surroundings. You cannot be too complacent, especially in John public. When you leave your home with a fire, you have to be very careful. You have to have all eyes on deck. Left eye, right eye, center eye, back eye, all kind of eyes. You understand what I'm saying? It is very, very, very disturbing when these kind of things happen. You see, and people cannot be too careful. The country right now, the situation in this country right now is very grim. And it is sad to know that, this has happened. These guys targeting women already, they're snatching handbags, much less to have that in your handbag. You know what I mean?
That shouldn't be in your handbag. That should be on your person.
Well, I mean, some women, some women, even men, they have this way that they will put there's a bag, a certain type of bag you put around you, whatever. But you have to be very, very careful out here. You cannot trust anybody, and you have to put yourself in a position where you could see everybody coming to you. You cannot afford to be in a place where people behind your back, sort of. You understand? You have to be vigilant out there when they're it is not easy out here. But anyway, I want to find out from Wendell when you all keep having your little chit chat with the language. Because I teach you all a few things, manage to them out
we make a time for it.
So we will make a time for it. Let somebody else call in before the time.
All right, Robert. Take care.
Yeah.
All right. Our poll is up, people, and our poll is based on the main story that came out today in the newspapers. Do you support a criminal probe into the HDC $3.4 billion contract? All right. Do you support a criminal probe into it? The procurement officer has asked for a hold, a suspension of those contracts. So do you support a criminal probe into it? The opposition has asked for a criminal probe. Do you support it?
Okay.
The office of the procurement regulator, that person stopped it.
Yes, that person stopped it. Yes.
Yeah, because they are independent authority, and so they can stop stuff.
Yeah, which I was saying at the first I ever seen or heard of anything like that.
The OPR could I'm sure they may have stopped other stuff before, but this is a very public one.
Mm-hmm.
And it had a bit of politics attached to it, because Camille Robinson Regis would have raised an issue about 11 contractors, and they reduced. And one of the things that she also raised was the reduced time for you to challenge. You can challenge or complain about why you were left out. You have a right of complaint.
Yes.
And that's necessarily how they phrase it in the act. I can't remember it that much, but
yeah, that window.
But they have a window, and she said it was shortened. So the OPR does have that kind of power. The government must be embarrassed a bit about it, because they proclaimed it as a fait accompli and them doing something. Now, I'm all for doing something about housing, because there are too many Trinidadians and Togolese living in this space in substandard housing. So I do not begrudge a cent that's spent on housing and moving people out of that kind of existence.
Yeah,
we have been around since 1962 and have not been able to accomplish it in any sense that is making a substantial.
You need to put somebody like Julian John back in that ministry. Trust me. See, them ministers they have in that ministry, they ought to get rid of them fast.
Richard, have you echoing back?
Yeah, I know. Once he has his mic on, it comes back truly. Yeah.
All right, so we're going for the news at 7 o'clock, so we want you to stay with us. When we come back, we'll tell you how you voted. Remember, you're voting 1 if you're voting yes, and 2 if you are voting no. All right, and we'll tell you how you voted when we come back after the news.
All right.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, 17th April on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio, and Gael Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Good day, everybody. Opposition Senator Janelle John Bates is expected to be replaced on the Public Accounts and Administration Committee, PAAC, following allegations that she assisted a key witness she was assigned to examine. The move comes after reports that John Bates helped former Health Minister Terrence Dale Singh prepare a statement submitted to the committee. The development led to Monday's adjournment of the PAAC's inquiry into the state's acquisition of pharmaceuticals. Sources say Parliament has been notified, with an official announcement expected at the next Senate sitting. Opposition Chief Whip Marvin Gonzalez said the party is awaiting full details before determining any further action. The North Central Regional Health Authority has dismissed claims circulating online about a shortage of body bags, saying supplies remain adequate. In a statement, the authority said stock levels are stable, with additional supplies already scheduled under its routine inventory system. Officials are urging the public to rely on verified updates from its official platforms and the Ministry of Health, warning against misinformation that could cause unnecessary concern. The NCRHA says it continues to ensure all essential resources are in place to deliver quality and efficient patient care. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says 1,588 people have been arrested and 355 charged as operations continue under the 2026 state of emergency. In a Day 45 update, police reported nearly 3,700 operations, along with 258 detention orders approved and 170 executed, surpassing figures from the previous state of emergency. Officers also seized 90 firearms, more than 2,000 rounds of ammunition, and significant quantities of cocaine and marijuana. Deputy Commissioner Suzette Martin said the results reflect targeted, intelligence-led policing focused on organized crime and priority offenders. The TTPS says operations will continue with increased intensity as efforts to reduce criminal activity remain ongoing. Education Minister Michael Dowlath says more than 1,000 students were suspended during the first term of the 2025-2026 school year, as authorities continue efforts to curb school violence. Responding to questions from opposition Senator Melanie Roberts-Radman, Dowlath confirmed that 1,050 pupils were suspended between September and December, with no expulsions recorded. He said suspensions are used to maintain safety, but emphasized rehabilitation through counseling, conflict resolution, and family support services. The minister also reported a significant reduction in school violence since the rollout of the School-Oriented Policing Initiative, which placed officers in priority schools. Dowlath says the government remains committed to a zero-tolerance approach while ensuring students receive the support needed to correct behavior. 3 siblings were tied up and robbed during a home invasion at their Moruga home on Tuesday night. Police say the victims, aged 22, 19, and 18, were asleep when 2 masked men entered through an unlocked door, used bed sheets to restrain them, and ransacked the house before escaping with electronics and other items. In a separate incident, 34-year-old Kamal Richard Muhammad was shot and killed by a gunman on a bicycle while working on agricultural land in Barrackpore. Police say the attacker opened fire and fled, with a motive still unknown. Meanwhile, a 60-year-old woman was robbed of her licensed firearm and cash outside a pharmacy in West Moorings. Officers later recovered the weapon and arrested 2 women as investigations continue. In international news, 4 astronauts from the NASA's Artemis II mission have returned to Earth after traveling farther into space than any humans before them. Mission Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen completed a 10-day journey beyond the far side of the moon, successfully splashing down last Friday. Speaking at a press conference, the crew described the mission as a major success, with Glover saying the spacecraft flew like a dream, though minor issues such as the onboard toilet still need refinement. The astronauts also reflected on the emotional impact of deep space travel, with Wiseman saying the experience was difficult to fully comprehend, while Hansen described it as both inspiring and humbling. And that is news at this time. Stay with us for more great programming right after the break.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Net Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and
Yeah, I tell you, we found that spot. That is why we stood right there. That sweet spot. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the second hour of the Breakfast Show. Your number one get up and go show in the morning. I do apologize for that little pause in between there. My system just failed to go. At that point in time, everything just froze. I had a TTT moment. Yeah, we welcome you and glad to be here with you. Good morning to the folks on Gael Caribbean TV. Thank you very much for being with us. Good morning to all the folks that came in very early this morning. And I know you're going to keep company all throughout the day here on New Era TT Radio as we work ourselves into the weekend. Of course, when we come off of the TV feed and the social media feeds, anytime you see it, don't get those feeds. Well, guess what? You can join us on netradiott.com. That's NETTRADIOTT.com. Right, netradiott.com. And that way you can listen to us all day and every day. If you're on TuneIn, well, you can pick us up on Net Radio Trinidad. Just tell Alexa, play Net Radio Trinidad for me, please, on TuneIn. You're sure to get us. Also, all our social media handles, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now TikTok. Make sure you put your stamp on all of those pages, right? So visit all of those pages, like, support, follow the pages, and don't forget to hit our support buttons on the different platforms so that you can support the channel. So our morning poll for you today: do you support a criminal probe into the HDC $3.4 billion contract? Right, so do you support a criminal probe? Remember, you're voting 1 if you're voting yes, and 2 if you're voting no. And when we come back, we'll tell you how you voted. So you know what? Don't go anywhere.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Central Bank Auditorium. The ridiculously funny comedy Two Fat Fellas is coming April 25th and 26th.
2 nights only.
Two Fat Fellas stars Cecilia, Kenny, Kevon, Zachary, Rachel, and Rose.
Tickets available at Dorman Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral Valpark, Beachology, Mokorapa Road, A-Squared Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, C3 Center, and the Falls at Westmore. And islandetickets.com. Central Bank box office opens Thursday the 23rd of April. For more info, call or text 683-0356 or 683-4843.
Two Fat Fellas, Central Bank, 25th and 26th of April. 2 nights only.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Day Bay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Light Pole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist, Dr. Raj Ramnanan, for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Scandal in Citrus heads back to Cipriani College. You heard right. The Scandal is back at Cipriani College on Saturday the 25th of April at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 26th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Box office at Cipriani College opens on Monday 20th of April, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. People can't get enough of Scandal in Citrus. Cipriani College, we coming back.
Scandal in Citrus.
Sir Charles, somebody said they find you always playing that tune, that sweet spot tune.
Yeah, because I love that sweet spot.
Yeah,
you know when they get a sweet spot, you just can't get enough of that spot.
Okay, I have to take your word for it.
You never find yourself on a sweet spot yet.
I refuse to answer, pleading the case. I'm in a sweet spot right now.
Well, all that, you understand? I know. Let's hope it gets sweeter.
Oh, I don't know, but Manish will have me singing. I'll be singing tomorrow with Manish. Listen, I don't know how he does it, you know. I don't know how he does it. Manish, Michael Robinson, I have a newfound admiration of you. I don't know how you do it. My God. And for the people who wake up early to listen to us, but there are also people who stay up late. Manish is one of them, man. Because where he is, that program is starting in the night, you know. You understand?
Yeah, you got 13 hours ahead.
Yeah. That program is not starting till in the night. You know, I have a newfound admiration for him. He's a real trooper. Eh? Oh God! And he's cussed like a sailor, like Richard, you know. And you, Richard, and Charles and Corey. Oh God! Well, how long have we get bothered from Corey? He take a rest. He give you a break. How long he in harass us? Morning, Gaylan. She in harass me a little while too. What's going on with you? Anyway. Let's do a poll so we can take some calls. Do you support a criminal probe into the HTC $3.4 billion contract? Now, what that 3-4 billion remind you of? Remember that number already? Remember that number? Around a similar person, 34 million. Remember that $34 million contract? All right, don't say anything else, yeah? I don't know what it is with the numbers 34, 3 and 4. What does they have with our number? Anyway, let's get some votes. Let's get lots of votes on this one. Victor Phillips said 1. That's a yes. Junior Wickham 1, yes. Gregory Boyer 1. Piggy Lou Blue 1. Michael Robinson 1. That's him. Manish boy. I admire you too bad. Yes. Suzanne Jessup 1. Kenny Gets Fit 1, Boy Bidesi 1, Joyce Phillip 1, Melchizedek 1, Kim Govaya 1, Scorpion Pepper 1, hell yes, Leafy Smith 1, Diane Payne 1, Felix Kazo 1, Beauty Culture 1. I'd be very surprised if I see a no here. David McCarthy 1, Joseph Clement 1, Valerie Mendoza 1, Mrs. R no. Okay, it can't be a vote. I refuse to believe that is your vote.
Stop interfering with the poll.
No, she said no, but I'm not too sure that is a vote. That Mrs. R. People with charges. Bernadette Yates, 1. Annalie Johnson, 1. Mrs. Harris say you're going off. Who's she talking to? Ron DeSantis Jr., 1. Carlisle Cupid said the names of the 3 principals in that ministry alone suggest a criminal inquiry even before the contracts were granted. I share that view. 1, Carlisle Cupid votes 1. Rena Boodoo Jennings, 1. Margaret Thomas, 1. Carlisle Cupid, you know you're right. Apollina's 1. Who else is voting here? Colted Finch, 1. Thank you very much, Magic. You must have. Yeah, Magic is an old gunman. Precepted person. Let's see who else voting. Hilary Zahn didn't vote. Hilary Zahn votes 1. Ava Smith, 1. Robert Allen, 1. Fran Romani saying morning. Avion Abraham, 1. Nicola McNichols, 1. Fran Romani votes 1. Section 34 to end. That number 34, it was $34 million for the live sport program too. You forget that though. And section 34 now is 3.4 billion. What it is with those numbers? Magic votes 1. Eunice Dublin, 1. Chris Toussaint. It was 50. No, it was, trust me, live sport was 34.
I think it was 34 by one person, you know. I think what I saw was
right, but the big scandal come out because of the $34 million contract. It was a lot more than that. But that particular
$300 and something million.
Yeah, but that particular one, where somebody create a program for $34 million, an educational program. Remember that? Chris Toussaint votes 1. Carla Hercules, 1. Michael Cadet, 1. And that's it. Those are the votes I have here. Trying to get some coffee out of my throat here.
All right. So on the WhatsApp, we have, where did it start here, boy? That's not it. Okay. So, where do you think going to? Oh, okay. Right. So Terry Ann Peters, that's where it started, was voting 1. Debbie Morales voted yes, which is a 1. Miss Sampson said 1. Mahi says 1. Fifi says 1. Captain Ron says 1. Peter Wilson says 2. Frank Inaruka says
2.
Yeah, Peter Wilson says 2. Right. Frank Inaruka says 2 also, no. Raymond says 1. And Judith in Tobago says 1. And I'm seeing something else here. Right, Sankofa didn't vote by you already?
No, he didn't vote here. No, he didn't vote here.
That's 1. So,
and I have one more vote here from Johnson Noel.
Right. So apparently that it's like about 99% of you all said yes, and we just have a 1 or 2% because I can't calculate that 2 within all the other things. So we had 2 persons saying no.
Well, Debbie Mitchell just came in with a 2, so that's why it changed. It's 97% yes and 2% and 3% no. 97% yes and 3% said no. All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So those are the votes. I don't know why you wouldn't support a probe into that. I mean, if under the PNM government, I'm sure you would be saying yes. You know what I mean? Just like how most PNM people, just like how even PNM people voted for Ms. Bates to step down. You know,
yeah,
that's what I admire PNM people sometimes, most times.
Yeah, but I don't mind having a probe. I don't know if at this stage you could get a criminal probe. Remember, a criminal probe is a different kind of probe, and And we have had some very serious things happening in this country. And people have never called for criminal probes. Even the very same opposition that's calling for a criminal probe into this did not call for a criminal probe into the Paria diving situation. We get a probe. We didn't get a criminal probe.
Well, that was a commission of inquiry. That was a different thing.
Yeah. So,
but this one, Sir Charles, is $3.4 billion in contracts.
Yeah. So I said I welcome the probe, but I said I don't know if we'll get a criminal probe.
Well, yeah. Well, 97%.
And the probe is not just like an inquiry. Is that different than an inquiry?
I don't know. Richard will be the one to advise us on that. How is that different?
Yeah.
What's different with a criminal probe?
Yeah, with this, whether we're talking probe or we're talking inquiry, which one really is it that we really would be getting at this point in time?
I know the procurement person at the HDC would be concerned, because that would have gone past a procurement person who is based at the HDC. Remember, all these offices now have procurement regulators within them. You understand? And they're overseen by the OPR, by the Office of the Procurement Regulator, who is an independent person appointed by the president. You understand? Scorpion Pepper is saying it needs to be a criminal probe given the history of the ministers in that ministry.
Nice opinion.
I support that.
I don't know if things does work like that. Opinion and perception.
So Charles, your reputation. He jump off, As he started talking, he got knocked out.
The internet bump him off.
Yeah.
Get back in.
Pay a bill now, man. Good. Alright. So Dean Allen is also saying the UNC is not good at big contracts. Their history is flawed. The airport, Lysport, and all this, So, it's... Yeah, and he's right. You remember under PNM, there was some contracts or something given out, award given out to some company with, I think, the housing contract under HEC too, and the Prime Minister made them stop it, pulled it. I don't know if you all remember that story. I think it was the contract to build the houses wrong by South Key there. I think it was that. A AGC contract, and it had to be stopped. We never found out why, but it had to be stopped. What happened under that last PNM government?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I can't say offhand. I can't remember it. But I know we have some people have good memories, so they would probably let us know.
Give
us a call.
Alan Nunes Teixeira, we interviewed her, and she was talking about it. She had raised it as an issue.
All right. So the lines are open to you, 281-1315-299-5156. All right. You can get in on the show. Whatever you want to talk about, this is your day to talk. It's your Friday. Yeah.
Did you all hear anything that I said?
No.
I said
immediately.
Okay. What I was saying is that I don't know why people are calling it a criminal probe. To me, it's an investigation. And out of an investigation, you will determine whether anything rises to the level of criminality. But you can't start off a probe and say it's a criminal probe. That reeks of politics to me.
Yeah.
You have a sober investigation of the issues. The OPR already has penalties that they can institute or attach to how a procurement was done. What were the rules that the OPR is concerned about that they put a stop to it? Does it rise to the level of some level of criminal negligence or wrongdoing? We don't know that. So you can't start off an investigation and say, well, it's a criminal probe we're going for, because then there's an assumption that criminality occurred. So that probe is not fair.
Yeah. Well, you see why we have you on the show, Richard, and why it's so important to get your view. Because that's what I'm saying. You would best advise us on what is the difference.
No, just investigate. It's simply let's investigate what went wrong here. Because you're right, Wendell, that the procurement officer would be under scrutiny who's attached to the HDC, because he would have sanctioned it, and or his decisions were overridden by management.
Yes.
So management also does not escape. Management does not escape scrutiny in this situation, because management ultimately signs off.
Yes.
Ultimately, it has to go through management, who says go ahead.
But and it will be a travesty if the procurement officer at the HEC raised concerns and they overrode that person. It will be a travesty. That requires immediate removal from that ministry.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what would have went wrong, but obviously there were enough concerning breaches of the OPR regulations for the OPR head, the regulator, to say no, this is not fair.
Yeah.
Because ultimately the procurement rules are about transparency and about keeping things fair, unless it's a government-to-government arrangement. Then it gets a little murky, and it comes out of the rules of the OPR. But once it's companies have the right to object and say, well, why did that company get it over me? And you have to be able to provide an explanation. Why what was the procurement process, and how did you assess that these 11 companies beat me if I am the 12th company or 13th company, or one of the companies who bid and did not get through? You cannot raise and say why. And they're required to reply to you what the process was and why you didn't make it.
Yeah. No, I think I don't have the article in front of me, but Stuart Young, of course, named the companies, the 11 companies. If not all, he named quite a bit of them.
And I think he's the one that actually criminal probe.
Yeah.
He
or former minister.
To me, it's an investigation you want, and if there is criminality, then that criminality is reported to the necessary authority to deal with it.
Yeah, well, the politics is always at play. Right?
Well, yeah, but they color stuff in terms of the language they use, but that's really what it should be.
Yeah.
All right, so let's hold 1 minute. Let me just take this call coming in. Gabby, good morning. Go ahead.
So, Charles, morning. Richard, morning. Good morning. It is Camille who asked for criminal probe and takes, and she called on it first. And I was wondering, because I saw it last night, and I said, okay, an investigation, which is good. And then, they say criminal probe. So I said, well, then the police has to get involved. Then, if the police is involved, then something else anymore to decide the person. But I believe it's just an investigation, which might turn out to be no problem, So I think the investigation is good for now. Before I go for the somebody told me just how to call and told me Gaia is not showing Charles. So I don't have Gaia, so I can't check for myself. Anyway, my next point is this. Isn't it 3 months now since Joshua Samaru met his death? I'm not hearing. We've actually heard that if I will be going to the DPP.
Yes,
so
we heard that.
Which part now? It's on the highway? Is it in the cloud? That is 3 weeks now. We heard that same that statement. It is going to the DPP, and I think it is 3 months because that happened in January. I think January between the 13th and the 20th or something like that. So why are we not hearing anything? Right. And
we hearing that guns was given out like what, nuts? Is that what he said? That's what the commissioner come and say.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Out like nuts.
Yeah. And he's when he comes to police, and he's not my favorite person, and that's why I get vexed. He said that crime is down, and the police to deal with the crime outside of SAE. But doesn't he the person who recommended says he stepped foot in that office for the third one, and things not working out. And this is what he's saying now. You see, it just can't take these people. I don't say these people because they're behaving as if they're not trained. These commissioner of police, they can't take them at their word. Crime is high and crime going down. Which part crime going down? Petty crime going down. You know how many people get robbed and they don't report it? So they don't get that as a statistic. So what is he saying? The SOE working and it's not working? Lord help us. How a good day, you?
No problem.
Commissioner of Police should be going and selling nuts. That's what you should be doing. Selling nuts.
Hey, that will say what the commissioner, boy.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, I am just stepping off a little bit. So CJ is inside to the controls for you, all right?
Yeah. So, Charles, somebody tell me to remind you, though, that the Paria inquiry, the file was sent to the DPP to launch a criminal investigation. It was sent.
All right. Okay. No problem. Thanks a lot. All right. Paula, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. I am satisfied that the process has been engaged. I believe that Wendell Eversley would have action for the procurement department to look into the matter and through the attorney of George Young, ex-Prime Minister. Right? I wait to see what is the outcome of it. What the ex-Prime Minister Stuart Young would have mentioned in his press conference, I think people probably overlooked it, is that it exhibits similar signs to that of the AMBD issue. And that is what I believe that Ms. Robinson-Regis would have indicated when she said that a possible criminal probe has to be made based on the outcome of this process for the procurement officer. I don't believe that the aspect in isolation. I believe that they indicated that the process would have been through the procurement process, and then based on the outcome of it, then action to be taken if need be. What I am concerned about is the message when I listened to the newscast on the Commissioner of Police, when they indicated asking pertaining to the state of emergency, whether that he is satisfied that the state of emergency will continue, or whether it is that the police have sufficient material now to operate outside of the state of emergency. And he didn't give any reassurance. In fact, what I could infer is that they're going to have the continuum of the state of emergency, and I find that very troublesome. And something that possibly that we authorities or the media supposed to explore a little more pertaining to that, because I'm not seeing any indication right now that persons become a bit kind of immune to these things of state emergency, and that is a dangerous development. Right? Thanks, gentlemen.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for that. Never a dull day in Trinidad and Tobago. Never a dull day in this world we live in.
It's very obvious that the National Security Services want a state of emergency to operate within.
Mm-hmm.
And this current administration is kowtowing to that.
Mm-hmm.
We have discussed that on this show ad nauseum.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know why people are surprised. That's something we addressed.
Morning.
Yeah, morning, sir.
That's the opportunity. Just as the last caller, I was not surprised that is not going. I think some time ago I had told you all that is what going to happen. That there will be continuous states of emergency this 5 years of this administration, particularly when there is and the reason why most certainly is because they have the numbers needed to just have the necessary extension, and then they break it for a time and bring it back. So that is what will happen continually. And interesting thing that the commissioner brought up, and several commissioners before him have brought up, is the sanction strength of the police service. Where he said that the last time it was increased was in 1980.
right? Of course, not being full sum, of course, in his answer, because what was the population of Trinidad and Tobago in 1980? And what was the kid at crime in 1980? Right? But you know what is the biggest thing that nobody ever asked him about in the media? All right. You know there's an attrition rate in the police service with retirement and resignation and other things and so on, right? But the commissioner has to tell us what is the population of people in specialist units and whether or not we need all these people in specialist units and the complement of police officers who are doing clerical day-to-day work in police admin who could very well be outside doing actual police work. And it's not enough to say that these people will do patrols around Carnival and Christmas and so on. Because if as the Homeland Security Minister in his former iteration always used to say when he was interviewed, even by you guys in the other place, when he would say that you control the streets by having the police outside. Do we see that? No, you don't see that. You see that at certain moments. The last time you had a situation of police on the street before the SOE was when the Indian Prime Minister came here. Why isn't it always possible? You talk about Carnival and so on. And the thing about what people want to see in the communities, even though we're in an emergency, is some presence of police officers consistently in Port of Spain, on the highways, in the community. That's what people want to see, you know. And the thing that they never admit to and inform the public is why is that not possible? And nobody ever asks him that. And for me, from where I was and where I came from, is a simple question of proper management of stations. And that comes down to the regional commanders. And these people will take charge and do what they need to do and pay a price, right? And pay a price because I'm saying that there are mechanisms there that he can use to ensure that performance takes place. You can withhold people's increments. You can have a reduction in rank. He has all that power, and then the 2006 police service. You can retire persons in the public interest who are non-performance. And you don't want to go through no tribunal. These are some of the powers that he holds. And you know what people have had a clue into with this commissioner, gentlemen? This commissioner may be able to enjoy a tenure of 10 years.
Yeah, he said 11. He actually told us 11.
Yes, because when he was appointed, he was 49. He turned 50 in November last year. So look at that. This is how long he could stay. You understand what I'm saying? Come on. You can't be doing people that. And you know about the question with the OPR, I would just want to remind people that the OPR was scheduled to have much more power than what they were able to do, than what she was able to do yesterday. But you know what? The legislation had to be watered down and passed by a simple majority under the TNM. And it was the UNC who had passed it in their time before, and it was the TNM came and implemented it. And when they tried to move it on further, simple majority to do things. So, if more things could have been done, but you see, legislative power rests with who has it. Now that this government has it, let's see what they will do about it. Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Thanks, Scholar. You know, sometimes I wonder how, because I know a lot of former police officers listen to this show, right? I wonder how they feel sometimes about the TTPS now. You know? I really wonder.
Gentlemen, morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Wendell, I don't know if you listened or you got a chance to hear Peter Richards, who was a former journalist with I-95. He was a guest with John Benoit yesterday.
No, I don't listen to those boring shows, but I just teasing it. John Benoit is my partner. He's my compare, actually. He's godfather, my son.
He outlined that he was covering the CARICOM summit. And he said, before the summit started, that he saw Gaston Brown, and he asked how he going concerning the summit. And Mr. Brown told him that the Prime Minister told him that he is only here in this summit for the opening because he has election to run. Similar, the person from the Bahamas told him the same thing, that they were there only for the opening because they have elections. And you know, Bahamas and Antigua and Barbuda have an election right now. What was the reason why Mrs. Prasad, the sister, didn't appear? Or why she left? She didn't give a reason. And she was the only person. She stayed there until Marco Rubio did whatever he had to do, and then she left. And she didn't give a reason why she wasn't attending. So why is it now that she is making such a hullabaloo as to the Secretary General? Also, Peter Richard played an interview he had with Saunders. Thomas Saunders, I can't remember his name. And he was saying that Carla Barnett should resign and not come between CARICOM and whatnot because of Trinidad and Tobago's objection. And what he was saying also is that they should start over the process and put forward names where everybody would have to say yes or no, and you know, it would have some form of transparency. And Peter Richards was asking him, well, that is not a precedent that they would like to set. Because if you do such a thing and another country objects, what would happen? Where would they go from there? So we are looking at a situation where our Prime Minister, because what he said is the sole reason why this thing came about is that Brent Thomas was here. And the Prime Minister, who was the chair of CARICOM at the time, was Ralph Gonzalez. And he came out and he made a statement indicating but there was a process to be followed, which was not followed by our Prime Minister. So I want to know, where is this thing heading? I am of the view that we should just allow the lead to rule, because Trinidad and Tobago, by their actions, has effectively stayed there out of CARICOM, because our term comes up in the first part of 2028, and Carla Barnett would still be there. So in other words, we would not participate in CARICOM as long as she's there. Your view.
Yeah. All right. That CARICOM story is growing more legs. I saw an article coming out of the Jamaica Gleaner. It's not very complimentary. So I just think it will die a natural death. That's how I see it. It will die a natural. I think the Prime Minister have a lot bigger issues to worry about back right here at home. Right here at home. She have bigger issues to worry about than to worry about a Secretary General who didn't respond to her when she was in opposition. But that's where it down to, because I've heard nothing else about Dr. Carla Barnett that warrants this attack on her. I've heard nothing else. You understand?
Caller, good morning.
For Virginia, front and center. Good morning, gentlemen. And that gentleman, God bless his soul, man. He was 89, you say? That's 83?
87. Apparently, it's a story from 2025. That's what I realized. That's what somebody said.
Okay. Well, the words of Jack Nicholson in the first Batman movie, you gotta go with a smile, right? But one thing though, so you all are aware of my future wife, Dr. Schwartz, Erica Schwartz.
How much wives do you want to have? Again, like me?
Listen, I sent an invitation. You all come into the wedding?
Yeah, we'll come.
I mean, beauty, brains, a doctor, lawyer, and a rear admiral in the Coast Guard. Nice woman for you. Most women run far from her, you know.
She sound like she go cut your tail. Careful, you know.
That song I like real back and trust me.
I like Captain Kirk. Go where no man has gone before. That's a right man. She a lovely woman, man. Yeah. Anyway, I keep it like, you know, it's Friday. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Look, guys, have a great weekend, okay? Out. Bye.
When Captain Run ready, when the other run, Captain Run this time ready, he'll come and pick us up and take us around you.
I look forward to that. God, that look like it's going to be really, really, really full of a lot of
excitement.
Yeah,
excitement.
This excitement about it, on excitement, and like, you know? So, Kola, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Richard dropped off again.
Yeah.
Probably.
Remember, you have a bill to pay, as you say.
Yeah. I don't know what's wrong with the boy.
Kola, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Miss Sampson.
Sorry, some nonsense will not stop until the PM get that lady on the breadline. She's like a dog with a bone there right now. The police commissioner needs to listen to Ian Allen to know the exact amount of deaths it have in the country. Every night is one fine in a burnt out house. This one fine. Yes, last night he was in some deep bush, find some next man that was missing. They don't know the count. They're just saying because PNM was 100, that's my number. PNM was 100 and we had reached 100, so crime down. Crime not down. It's terrible if you listen to Ian Allen. And the home invasion is ridiculous. Another thing, I saw Kadisha Amin and the mayor for the Spain on a photo on Facebook. And the first comment was so ridiculous. I want Trinidadians and Tobagonians and the ministers and the yellow to realize we are living in Trinidad and Tobago. We are not living in India and Africa. If the country needs to fix it. You can't fix South and then you have to pass, not fix South and fix Port of Spain, and then you have to pass through dirty South to reach in Port of Spain. The country belongs to all of us. What is the division? Why here can't get money and here getting spread the money evenly off the place? Let the country look nice. The place just not looking good. If you see San Fernando, how much time I will complain? It look like it's I alone living down here. The place in a hot mess. Yeah, the money, man. It can't be this area had to get. And the money don't belong to you all to begin with. You all have a good day. I'm just stressed and frustrated.
Don't be.
Right.
Don't be.
I'm not going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I love my country, man, and it hurting me to see I'm done 74 and the place can't pick up.
Wow.
When I pick up when I reach 150. No.
Oh, good.
And then to reach there, we just live long. Bye-bye.
All right, Ms. Thompson, have a good weekend. Of course, the weekend is here, people, and
yes,
find
it
something
is.
to do. I think Richard has his little play thing on this weekend somewhere. Richard, where are you? There's a little play. This Scandal in Cedars is on this weekend, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's at Cipriani College.
Cipriani College.
Yeah, Cipriani College. Go relax and watch a play.
Have a laugh.
Yeah.
Paula, good morning.
Hi, good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Richard, and good morning, Sir Charles.
Morning.
My thing is that I am calling on the Prime Minister to put something in place for the domestic workers and them. And I am also calling on the Prime Minister Mr. Barrett, search and rescue man and his team. He needs somewhere to ply his trade. I am calling on all. There are plenty empty places there. Give him a little space. You understand? So he could ply his trade because they are retirees and they try to help. They try their best. If they had to go in dirty water to pull out anybody, they're also there. So give them a little place so they could ply the trade for me, please. I am begging and asking for that because it's those people who go in and putting out themselves there to help and ease the frustration. The place so frustrated already. All the help us, and we don't want nothing swept under the carpet. You see what happened to the little 7-year-old baby? I calling her baby because she's a child. What happened to the jet ski? All you come on. We don't want nothing under the carpet. We want everything where we could see and hear. But so much I think slipping under the carpet and went 2 weeks past. You're not hearing it again. All you come on. This country needs fixing it in a mess. I said so. Come on and do something, man. Oh God, man. It's frustrating me out here.
And these are people, I mean, when you listen to Miss Arima, when you listen to Miss Sampson, these are people who've lived a pretty long life, you know what I mean? And for them to be expressing this kind of frustration at this stage in their life, it ain't right.
At this stage where they're supposed to be comfortable and, you know, just enjoy the life commodities, and it's just pain after pain after pain. When you hear a lot of people talk about things that, especially people who are, now it have the persons that are not so much interested. All right, the brand swing so, they go so, it goes so, it goes so. They don't, but it have the people that actually invested in the country.
Yeah.
And to hear cries like that, it really, really discouraging to know that.
It is.
And then you put people there who say that, you know, hey, we're going to do better, and then it's just pain after pain. So to hear stuff like that, the cries of the people, you know, just really, really, really sad.
Yeah, and then when so many people who have lost their jobs and so on, and then all of a sudden, bam, $3.4 billion in contracts to 11 people. You know, that must resonate with people.
It must. Look at the nurses. Look what's going on there. But 3.3 going. So when you hear stuff like that, of course they're going to rebel because all right, we don't have no money, but look, 3.4 million going so.
Billion, not million, CJ, billion.
Yeah, billion going so, right?
Yeah.
But I will.
That's Sir Charles's son.
Yeah.
CJ. he is holding on for Sir Charles. That's our assistant co-host.
Daddy 2.0.
Yes, Daddy 2.0. All right, so we could go for our news break now, and then when we come back, we'll again continue to take some of your calls for a half an hour. All right, take care.
Okay.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, 17th April on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio, and Gael Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Good day, everybody. Opposition Senator Janelle John Bates is expected to be replaced on the Public Accounts and Administration Committee, PAAC, following allegations that she assisted a key witness she was assigned to examine. The move comes after reports that John Bates helped former Health Minister Terrence Dale Singh prepare a statement submitted to the committee. The development led to Monday's adjournment of the PAAC's inquiry into the state's acquisition of pharmaceuticals. Sources say Parliament has been notified, with an official announcement expected at the next Senate sitting. Opposition Chief Whip Marvin Gonzalez said the party is awaiting full details before determining any further action. The North Central Regional Health Authority has dismissed claims circulating online about a shortage of body bags, saying supplies remain adequate. In a statement, the authority said stock levels are stable, with additional supplies already scheduled under its routine inventory system. Officials are urging the public to rely on verified updates from its official platforms and the Ministry of Health, warning against misinformation that could cause unnecessary concern. The NCRHA says it continues to ensure all essential resources are in place to deliver quality and efficient patient care. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service says 1,588 people have been arrested and 355 charged as operations continue under the 2026 state of emergency. In a Day 45 update, police reported nearly 3,700 operations, along with 258 detention orders approved and 170 executed, surpassing figures from the previous state of emergency. Officers also seized 90 firearms, more than 2,000 rounds of ammunition, and significant quantities of cocaine and marijuana. Deputy Commissioner Suzette Martin said the results reflect targeted, intelligence-led policing focused on organized crime and priority offenders. The TTPS says operations will continue with increased intensity as efforts to reduce criminal activity remain ongoing. Education Minister Michael Dowlath says more than 1,000 students were suspended during the first term of the 2025-2026 school year, as authorities continue efforts to curb school violence. Responding to questions from opposition Senator Melanie Roberts-Radman, Dowlath confirmed that 1,050 pupils were suspended between September and December, with no expulsions recorded. He said suspensions are used to maintain safety, but emphasized rehabilitation through counseling, conflict resolution, and family support services. The minister also reported a significant reduction in school violence since the rollout of the School-Oriented Policing Initiative, which placed officers in priority schools. Dowlath says the government remains committed to a zero-tolerance approach while ensuring students receive the support needed to correct behavior. 3 siblings were tied up and robbed during a home invasion at their Moruga home on Tuesday night. Police say the victims, aged 22, 19, and 18, were asleep when 2 masked men entered through an unlocked door, used bed sheets to restrain them, and ransacked the house before escaping with electronics and other items. In a separate incident, 34-year-old Kamal Richard Muhammad was shot and killed by a gunman on a bicycle while working on agricultural land in Barrackpore. Police say the attacker opened fire and fled, with a motive still unknown. Meanwhile, a 60-year-old woman was robbed of her licensed firearm and cash outside a pharmacy in West Moorings. Officers later recovered the weapon and arrested 2 women as investigations continue. In international news, 4 astronauts from the NASA's Artemis II mission have returned to Earth after traveling farther into space than any humans before them. Mission Commander Reed Wiseman, pilot Victor Glover, and mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen completed a 10-day journey beyond the far side of the moon, successfully splashing down last Friday. Speaking at a press conference, the crew described the mission as a major success, with Glover saying the spacecraft flew like a dream, though minor issues such as the onboard toilet still need refinement. The astronauts also reflected on the emotional impact of deep space travel, with Wiseman saying the experience was difficult to fully comprehend, while Hansen described it as both inspiring and humbling. And that is news at this time. Stay with us for more great programming right after the break.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Central Bank Auditorium. The ridiculously funny comedy Two Fat Fellas is coming April 25th and 26th.
2 nights only.
Two Fat Fellas stars Cecilia, Kenny, Kevon, Zachary, Rachel, and Rodi.
Tickets available at Dorman Shoe Store, Long Circular Mall, Anthony's Floral Valpark, Beachology Mokorapa Road, A Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, C3 Center, and the Falls at Westmore. And islandetickets.com. Central Bank box office opens Thursday the 23rd of April. For more info, call or text 683-0356 or 683-4843.
Two Fat Fellas, Central Bank, 25th and 26th of April. 2 nights only.
Are you taking care of your sexual health and overall well-being? At Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, we believe your confidence, wellness, and intimacy matter. Visit us at our convenient locations: 10 Carmody Street, St. Augustine, Edinburgh, Chaguanas, Shops of Day Bay, 95 Circular Road, Vistabella, Docks Ranch Lightpole 51, SS Aaron Road, Penal, and Metro Hotel, Suite 1, Number 2, Knoll Street North, Couva. From relaxing massage services to professional guidance on sexual wellness, we are here to support you every step of the way. Consult with renowned sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan for expert advice tailored to your needs. Take the first step toward a healthier, more confident you. Call 285-9739 or 645-4543 to book your appointment today. Total Image and Dr. Raj Adult Boutique, where wellness meets confidence.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Scandal in Cedros heads back to Cipriani College. You heard right. The Scandal is back at Cipriani College on Saturday the 25th of April at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday the 26th at 6:30 p.m. Tickets available now at usual outlets and online. Box office at Cipriani College opens on Monday 20th of April, 12 noon to 6 p.m. daily. People can't get enough of Scandal in Cedros. Cipriani College, we coming back.
Scandal in Cedros.
All right, we are back after the 8 o'clock news, and CJ, I have to tell you that people are high in praise of you on the chat. They said that that it's good to have a young perspective, a refreshing voice, and a young perspective on the chat.
Nice,
right?
man. Appreciate it. Blessed good morning to everybody.
All right.
Hopefully I can do it a little more often, but I'll fall into the play.
Oh, but don't put any ideas in the head. They would quick to fire Sir Charles in.
Nah, man. Like, what? No, it's a support system.
Exactly. No, but it's good to have you on the with us this morning and chatting.
It's always a pleasure to be here, man. It's always a pleasure to just come and just kind of just be like an escape from the world for a while.
Yeah. Richard, chat with Richard, chat. Let me just take this call. Richard, join the chat there.
Hello. Richard, good morning. I think he has...
Richard, your mic is muted.
I don't think he's hearing us. I think he's
frozen. He looks frozen.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
So... But it's now 11 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. And wherever you may be, I hope that you would have started your Friday on good foot, on a good vibes, no negative energy. Oh, just a nice humble vibes. Today is a real cool day.
Yeah. What's the weather like?
It's slightly cloudy.
Yeah, that's what I recognize. It's cloudy. It's a little cloudy in Arima too.
But there's a high presence of Sahara dust. So I don't know if that have the place looking cloudy and husky.
All right. So we could still take some of your calls, people. 281-1315
Correct.
and 299-5156.
So like your personal numbers going to come out there.
No, actually, the habit of 19 years almost come out of calling a particular number.
Oh well,
Richard, welcome back. How are you?
I'm battling an internet zombie at this moment. It's either a zombie or a demon. I don't know which one it is yet.
It could be both. It's for showing that video with the church people flipping on the chairs. That's why you get punished.
Wow.
Did you see the video, CJ?
No, I didn't get to see. I was listening on the stream. I wasn't watching the live video stream.
Yes.
But anything spiritual and supernatural, I have a big fear of that. So I respect.
You would have really been afraid this morning if you had seen that.
I respect that idea. I don't enter with paranormal.
You're gonna be fearful for the people.
Anyway,
you'll be fearful for them.
For them, I wouldn't doubt it. Mr. Rima?
Yes, now I have to share something with you with this domestic work. Now, I used to do a domestic work long time, years gone by, right? And if you see, you have to know how to present yourself when you're going to look for work. No matter you're living under a galvanized shed or you're living under whatever circumstances, you have to present yourself in a way. You understand? Because when you go there now and the people and them see how you're looking, they will want to treat you that way. Now, I used to wash and cook, right? Long time ago. Now, the woman, when I reach there now, I let her lay down the rules. What is it I have to do? So, when I'm cooking now, they wanted soup. They wanted soup. You know what she did? 5 grains of egg. She tell me to cut it in about 6. Now, that people where I used to work, they have real businesses. They're rich. And the husband was in a very good job, but the woman was more aggressive than the husband. So yes, they tell me to say I come in there from 7 to 5 and things. I made the little soup and things. I say, I'm working from 7 to 5. You can't eat nothing. You have water in the fridge. Only water you could drink. So when I made the soup and I put the yam and the cheese and things, the soup smelling so nice. I said, wait now, I imagine I cooking here 7 to 5 and I can't take that soup. And then, yeah, what's going on? I had to say that soup because it's I cooking that soup. So I took out now. When she said to cut the fig after 2 grain on, remember it's 5 grain of fig, right? If I really want this soup, I can't cut it in 5 grain. I had to cut each of the 5 grain of fig a little more so I could get some soup. I finished this and I sit down and say, hey, I have to drink some soup. Me and living here already. I hear cars pull up in the driveway. And I had to get up and run. When I didn't have to drink the soup yet, I had to get up and run and throw back the soup in the pot partners because they don't tell you already not to eat nothing, only water in the fridge.
What? You're working with some monsters?
Yeah, there is monsters, I'm telling you. I was there already. But I didn't do it for long. Yeah? She told me that the people that used to work with her already, They used to take sugar, so little oil, and they used to come out. It's different. Me ain't come here to rob, or me ain't come here to teach nobody thing. I'm come here to make $100. Yeah? Time things. But the next day on, when I iron it, I feel like when I really finish the end to iron, I feel like the basket pulling up on me. The basket keep on pulling up. So I tell it, what is it? I told her, and I told her, wait. I iron all these clothes already. How come the basket? She says, just a little more. I say nothing. I iron the clothes, but I'm not time running out. I have to leave there by 5. When I see every minute she keep on adding on, I just get up. I say I don't have to say this. I'm living from this. You understand? I get up and I can change my clothes, throw off my clothes, and she come inside there and she talk more and she says, just put on the clothes, and I say, that is it. She come and tug me up and train, she train up with me and tell me, I say, sorry, I say, no, I don't have to say this. I come to do a job, and I have my children home and I have to go home to them, right? And I left the woman, so I never look back. Before 2 days after that, the children I said, you cannot leave a child and you cannot take your mother's phone and call me. It's the mother supposed to call me, not you. But I know I was hearing the voice, why the children talking to me and begging, and the little tears coming down, begging me to come back. And I hearing the mother's voice too. I said, no, I'm not coming back. I said, I love all here. Well, that's children, but I can't come back because that mother is a wicked mother. I said that. And I left money in my salary. I never left my salary. I left that. I never look back. So I'm telling you now. Maybe the left work and the car out there. And yes, I was talking about it. Yes, I was talking about it. It's not today. And if a woman now and spend 7 years in captivity in jail, something has to be wrong. So that is why we need something in place for the domestic workers and the government because it's not everybody has to plan side. You understand? And it's not everybody could like the others. But I will say the children, the second day, they went to school and they came to me and they tell me, little boy, they have a friend and the boy talking to them and say, I say, no, I say, darling, I advise them and say, tell your mommy, one thing up and have a conversation. And I will tell them what to do. But I don't know, I even prayed the mother. So the next day, I went up to the mother and
Mr. River, we losing you sometimes, eh?
Yeah.
I need something in place, and this woman needs help. This woman needs help, and I found them and that under the carpet. Put something in place, and when I send to workers with them, some of them going to hell all day. But not for long, and I could stand up. Because of the thing I have a big mouth and I could stand up and talk. But not for long. They would come out and talk. They would say all kinds of things. I don't have to say that all day. I don't have to say that. I didn't get to drink this book. But when I make a Friday for them, they start to clap and they start to sing. They say, this Friday is like a thing, Friday is night. But I can't eat a piece of Friday. They wake up there, I tell you that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they have homeowners like that. You understand? They have homeowners like that.
What kind of friends? I did nothing.
No, man.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's a terrible thing. Thanks Miss Arima. Thank you very much for that. Just to ever go back and take a job in Buena Vista, no?
Whenever I knew one or two people who I had come and do anything for me, they is the best place ever, best person to ever deal with. Supposed to get it, I give people the space. I just leave home most times.
Are you so sensitive? I never said it was you.
I know it's me I'm talking. Unless it's Norris.
Like it's Paul in the garden.
But we run a lot. You talking about. Well, brother, these people is listening. Morning.
Hey, gentlemen, good morning. I don't know if it's a technical issue, but I still hear that lady still talking. Oh, but wait now. Is it a delay or something? But at the same time, I'm not kidding. I mean, and the lady, she's very passionate. Miss Arima, is she from Arima? Richard, something in the water up there by Olive Oil? I mean, wow. Anyway, easy, lady, easy. You don't have here. You get a heart attack on on this platform. No, but oh my goodness. Anyway, hey, CJ.
Yes, sir.
Fellas, tell me, the people who. Okay, good morning, Mr. CJ. Tell me something. Are the majority, or is it definitely the ladies who are the ones complimenting CJ so highly? I'm watching you, CJ. I'm watching you.
Me, boy? In a set?
It's ladies. It's ladies, right? It's ladies and them. You see?
Wow.
Yeah, no, he's a decent chap. He's a gentleman. I don't know. I want to be like CJ when I grow up. Anyway, just speaking about my one more thing about my future wife, Dr. Swartz. You know, she by merit she's now head of the CDC, and that wasn't by DEI. This isn't DEI that Trump do. She earned it by merit. So, anyway,
people greet Richard live on here, you know. They see this. People seeing celebrity live on here.
I don't know, but hearing something like music while she's speaking, I don't know, it's something like circus music or something in the background. Serious. Oh, it's stopped now. It's stopped. I'm not hearing it anymore. All right.
That's Richard microphone when it's on.
With Richard. With his background, because I always see the audio meter beaten.
Yeah. Richard Mike picks up his background a lot.
Paula, good morning. Paula, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Good morning, Richard. Yeah. Bishop.
Yeah, morning, Bishop.
I want to raise an issue with this motor vehicle insurance, boy. You know, there are 13 between 11 and 13 motor vehicle insurance in the country. It's mandatory that you have insurance. They're under the Central Bank Act 2018. They're supposed to manage what happens with the insurance company. What is happening for decades now? But it happened to me, and it's happening again. Is that when you have an accident, if the person stands liability and they go to the insurance company, they normally give you a letter and send it to the person's insurance company. When you get there, they take a report, and then you give them the slip you have from the police, and you wait. If you're lucky, they come and they do the evaluation in a vehicle, and then they offer you something. Sometimes they offer you something, you have to take it. And if they offer you that, and you hear from them, and in my case, they tell me go to the police complaint department because the officer was driving the vehicle from the Diego Martin Corporation, whatever. You go there, they move and they go on down by Marriott, and then they move, they go and saw a place. Okay, so you report to the Central Bank. Central Bank open a file, and you wait, and nothing happens. So you fix your vehicle and you move on. Then they have an advertisement. Oh, well, if you have a claim with the insurance company, you call the Central Bank. That's okay, wait. I send the paperwork I have, which is a letter from the Central Bank. when I go to my insurance now for the file, because don't forget, you never get a file, you get a letter. You need to hand to the other insurance company. You don't have any file or anything. When you go to them now, here what they're going to tell you. The matter is at your back. The matter is at your back. So you record that claim with them. They're under the Central Bank Act, and they operate as if you do some business with them, and you have a claim, and then if you don't file it in 4 years, it's at your back. That's how they're operating with people. So you have about almost 2,000 persons in the system that have claims that the insurance company are just not paying, because they keep you running up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then after a certain time pass, they tell you the matter, start your back, and your claim is dead. I am calling on the Prime Minister this time. I'm calling on the Prime Minister, Mr. Kamala Prasad, Mr. Sun, to looking into the act, to see what in the act needs to be changed to make the insurance company comply with paying claims to people. If you're driving today without your insurance and police stop you, the ticket is $10,000. So you're charging me if I don't have the insurance. And when I have a claim, and the central bank is supposed to manage to see that I get my claim, represent me to get my claim, they do absolutely nothing. So you have nobody representing you. Insurance is not paying the claim. You have to fix your vehicle, and you still have to pay your insurance. That to me is unfair, unjust, and I think the government needs to address that urgently. I'm going to call on the Prime Minister again to look into that. They need to address that matter urgently when done. And the what's bad about that, what is also bad about that, is that this insurance company speaking about has a fleet of government vehicles. And they don't care. They're just not paying it. Okay.
All right, thanks, Bishop. Thanks. Of course, you have a direct. I know you have a direct ear to the link to the Prime Minister, so I'm sure you'll be able to speak with her about that. But those are issues, of course, would be affecting quite a bit of people. I always say to people, insurance is the biggest rip-off it have.
I was now going to say that. I say, to me, insurance is like a big scam.
It's
like a big scam, because one thing that does real grimy with insurance is the fact that they don't keep vehicles fully comprehensive over 10 years. Once your vehicle passes that 10-year marker, so automatically you just paying to drive on the road legally, and that's it. I find that is the biggest, because it doesn't matter if you get an insurance for your vehicle. Then if I have the money to put my vehicle fully comprehensive, even though I have my car 12 years, 13 years. You understand? So in the event of an accident, you would fix the person, and then I now have to find thousands of dollars to fix back my own if you're deemed wrong.
So you paying 90% of the people paying full thousands of dollars without any claim. And the minute they make one claim, you know who to show up? An adjuster to go down. When you're going down, take that. Biggest report. One of the biggest reports they have is insurance.
Correct. But again,
we have any more calls coming through there? Richard, you have a little play thing coming up?
It's next.
Well, that will be next. That's next week. Next week, Saturday and Sunday, and.
You off this weekend?
Yeah, we're off this weekend.
What you have planned for the weekend then? What are you planning to do?
Well, I'm planning to go to the Arts Academy, which is on at Central Bank Auditorium. So I'm going to that as a patron to attend that. That's a musical. But next week, Scandal and Secrets continues next week at Cipriani College. Saturday at 8:30, Sunday at 6:30. And of course, tickets are available at K-Spread Fashions in West Mall, Eastgate, and Brentwood Mall in Chagonas. I think Chagonas has already sold out its reserved tickets for the Saturday night performance. That's why I tell people, get your tickets early. They will still have general tickets, but the reserved tickets, I think, are sold out for Saturday already. So check which outlet you're going to see what tickets they have and what tickets you want. Tickets are also available at Electronics in Ariba, Jubilee Railway, Chinnapuna, and Tony's Florals in Val Park Shopping Plaza, and Champlain Auto Services in Champlain. You could also purchase tickets online. Check out Tara Productions Theatre on Facebook, Insta, and TikTok, and you can see the methodology to accomplish that. And the box office at Cipriani College opens from Monday. This Monday coming, from Monday 12 noon to 6 p.m., the box office at Cipriani College will be open, and that's where you can also get your tickets. But tickets are already selling at all outlets. Every single outlet is selling tickets, and have sold tickets already. So get your tickets early. Next weekend,
I'm going to a concert too this week. Well, not a concert, but a drum festival. I'm attending tomorrow. I'll be performing actually at the drum festival.
Okay. You could be drum?
No,
you used to be Tassa. You used to be Tassa in St. James? Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on, guys. We have a caller. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Young Charles.
Good morning, sir.
Wendell and Richard, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Patrick.
So, when I was talking about the lady and this African and lady Narima and other people who talk a lot of frustration, right? So last night I was in a little lineman thing and I was talking about...
Every night you use line, Mr. Patrick? You don't stay home?
What?
You don't stay home, is every night you use line?
I know your business. You know, travel every week.
Yeah, look at that.
I every night. I know your business. I mean, let me live and live that, boy.
Hello, Mr. Patrick. Tell me about your line.
Oh, gosh.
And the conversation was about a lot of businesses shutting down, boy. And this man talking about bar license was $1,500 and going to $9,000. And them can understand how that rich guy is. Right? And the last thing they were talking about some Riverline bar somewhere they're locking down. Because of certain deaths and things. And people are frustrated. People, they can't pay their rent. They can't pay for the machine and the bar. They can't pay for nothing, right?
Yeah.
And when the bar shut down, you know that people go home because it's job done. Right? So, and nobody seems to be listening to what we're in the country. Nobody seems to be listening to what we're in the country. But all them arguing about CARICOM and that problem right there, right? Real problem there. And
That is why I made reference this morning, Mr. Patrick, to the fact that so many people are out of a job. So many businesses have closed down, and as you pointed out with bars and so on. And yet still we're hearing about a $3.4 billion contract, even the 11 people. Split up among 11 people.
I don't know. But I listen the mayor talking about money running out this month or next month to pay workers and all kind of things. And nobody is saying that to everybody else quiet, right?
Well, when we interviewed the mayor of Port of Spain back a few months ago, and those issues would have come up, we would have spoken to the chairman of Tunapuna Piaco, we would have spoken to the mayor of Diego Martin. A lot of these local government institutions have been having money problems for quite a while. There's nothing new in it. But of course, it's politics.
And them borrow at the county, they get the money. They get the money. They get caught. We're finding money to give 11 contractors.
What we want them to do is to finish the housing stock you already have building. Finish that. And a lot of contractors are being owed money.
When you see when the lead pay them out, when pay them when they don't build more houses, you don't need to go. You don't need to go.
No, but that has stopped going. So finish what the other government did and pay off the contractors who you're owing. Instead, you're going and enter into brand new contracts again You understand? And that probably won't be started or completed. So it's just a continuous cycle and circle be going wrong in. Oh God!
And then what on all this take place though is that you're having a set of unfinished products all over the country.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Because midway of the contract, all right, government change, contractors change, and then the project that was going on and money done spent for that project. So that just gone up in flames. You have a half-done building, and then now we have to get a new contract with our next million or next 2 million plus to finish. We done pay $1 million something for. So it like all right, like, better we go and get contract and get some free money.
It looks so sadly a horse. Which part have grass?
Yeah,
graze right there.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen. You know, just to follow up on what Mr. Patrick was commenting on there and what you were talking about. You know what I find strange? Normally, when allocations are made to local government authorities, certain heads are fully funded. Things like garbage collection. Because these are contracts awarded by SwimCall, and the corporation administers the contract. And therefore, the funds are provided normally to 100%. And in this instance, what the mayor is saying is that wasn't done. So therefore, there's an expectation that either additional funds would be put into the appropriation money, or the corporation would have to via money from different other heads. And that's
not necessarily true, because since I was in council, we had problems paying garbage contractors and so on. And I was in council under the PNM. Those things are not new, you know. But again, it's politics. You know?
I'm not saying that they are not new. But what I'm saying is that in terms of funding, the funding is normally provided almost to the maximum. So there's not a scramble so early in the financial year where you could raise an alarm and say you won't have money for garbage collection. The mere fact that they're making noise so early and the funding is not appropriated is something basically kind of irregular. When you look into consideration, stay where I live, I could see a definite increase in a lot of small construction projects, drains and culverts and what have you. And while I'm appreciative of the fact that additional work is being done in this area, when I look at some of them, I say, but they might be excessive when you're listening to other corporations and saying that we don't have money for basic things like garbage collection. You know, so from my perspective, I'm seeing an imbalance because I haven't heard any corporation over the years so early in the financial year raising their hands and saying, hey, we might be able to collect garbage. And I could say a lot. I could say a lot more on this issue, right? But I want to know because I understand this politics so good now, eh? You understand? So good now, eh? I just shake my head sometimes at things because under the PNM, under the last government, these issues would have been being raised by UNC mayors. So the tables turn, that's all it is, you know. And it's people battling for office, you know. That's what it is, you know.
No.
Trust me on that. Trust me on that. I tell people when you get addicted to being called senator, minister, mayor, yes, get addicted to that, you know.
It's like a drug.
What?
Yes.
Call me traveler. That's what I'm addicted to. Traveling.
You're kind of addicted to marriage too.
No, you're mad.
Why not?
And that's it. Two, and that's it.
Next thing I hear, boy, I get married. Yeah.
An ex who deceased and an ex who like I don't know. She just I don't know where she started.
Just leave it to her.
You say love is lovely.
Boy, I don't even know that word again. I don't know how to spell that word again.
Oh gosh. It's just a four-letter word.
Yeah. We're gonna try and get some of the mayors and chairmen in next week, to discuss what's happening. And we'll also try to get in touch with the minister of local government. As I tell you, if this local government minister fails, then that is it. No, I don't hope in local government again. Because all you know how I feel about local government, right? But this local government minister, once I think she is given the resources and not hamstrung by anything, I think she will do well. But again, she clearly understands the politics, because she was a chairman of a corporation, and under the PNM, she used to give help, she used to kick brats to she used to raise issues, You understand? So she accustomed to that. I don't think she will begrudge a PNM person for raising issues at this point in time, but she would have done it as a chairman. But that's the politics in it. All right, folks, I think we could call it a day here, right?
We're almost at 8:45, so.
We have one more call on the internet. Call close us off.
Yeah.
One point I want to make, the government is not spending any money, I think people misunderstanding the investigation. The government is not spending any money with this construction, It's a type of acidic contract they call design and build. The contractor has to find the 250 million to build houses. And when they build the homes, the agency sending them the clients. And they are going to organize with the clients sent to them by agency to the mortgage bank. And they
Where you get that from? That is what this contract is about?
Yes, design and build. It's not about government budget. $3.4 billion. People don't understand construction, but they're just talking crap. It's a design and build construction project where the government has given them an undertaking to build X amount of units at X amount of cost, and the clients are going to come from agency, they're going to go to the mortgage bank and be paid. Government is putting one set in the contract hand. The contractor will sign his money, wherever he sign it, build the houses, and then the clients come to him. So it's not about corruption per se. What it is about, people don't understand the form of contract. It's a physical form of contract that you call construct and build. That's what it is. So
I hear you on that, Mr. Philip, but I don't think that obtains in this particular case. I know there are those types of contracts.
But Wendell, I'm in construction.
No, I'm saying that those type of contracts exist, but I don't think that's the type of contract we're talking about here with these latest contracts.
I am telling you, this contract is that. It's a design build. The design build contract, where you select contractors who have the capacity to raise the money in terms of the quantum of the money, 150 million TT, to build X amount of units that's going to be sold to agency clientele, the list of which they already have, and they're going to, which is assigned out to the mortgage bank. If the clients come, they qualify, and they go in their home and they pay the contractor.
All right, we're gonna dig a little deeper into what you're saying, Mr. Philip. Next week, please go. Right?
I'm talking as a past director of the Contractor Association.
Your name called in the 11 hour?
No, we don't want to come in contract. It's get paid from government.
I just checking.
I don't want to mention that. We developing our own contract.
I know they nearly send you in the poorhouse already, you know.
I developing my own project. I don't want no government contract. None at all.
Yeah, I don't blame you, no?
I can tell you.
I don't blame you.
There now. It is because I've been following through with it from the beginning. Because don't forget, the group of companies was looking at it. So we can't raise 200 million. So we can't let me 200 million. So you have to leave that alone. And when you raise 200 million, what about when you get the land now? You have issues with the land. And you can't build. When then a gallon of paint is $700, a gallon of paint is $700. You understand construction costs at this time?
Yeah, you have nothing like low-cost housing construction again.
You have low-cost construction again.
Yeah, you have it again. I agree with that.
So that is my agency. I'm telling you, actually make a good move. Study has made a good move. So who design their construction contract? That's almost international contract. Critic, you can't mess with critic. They got every imaginable measure to control the contractor and the employer. So use a design bill contract critic to give the selected tenders who are all qualified with ORP, with the comment. So since somebody put in ask a question to the procurement authority, the procurement authority must respond to the question that they ask and investigate. And when they investigate, they're going to give us the results and we set up all the other stuff because they will realize now it's a design and bill and it's not raise the money and then give contractors to no food. If you don't have your money, you can't participate in that program. Simple. If you can't raise $100 million, $200 million, participate.
Well, one of those contractors his contract is worth $1 billion. One.
Yeah,
one out of 11.
No, I thought the largest was 410 million. Where you got $1 billion?
The largest is $1 billion.
Because they have the capacity to raise the money. Yes, the capacity to raise the money. And that's fair. Yes, and it's $600 million to do that project.
Mr. Philip, we had a closing up there. We'll get into it a little more next week, please God. I'm sure a lot more information will be available to us.
Yeah. All right, so this is how we had to wrap it up this morning because you're already behind time. So have a fantastic weekend, people. Whatever you do, remember it's Friday. The weekend has begun. Remember to smile and laugh. It's great for health. Theater is on next week. Saturday, Scandal in Cedrus at Cipriani College. And of course, you also have Two Fat Fellas taking place at Central Bank Auditorium. So next week is chock full of theater. Of course, tickets are on sale for Scandal and Cedrus at all the outlets which I mentioned previously. Get your tickets early. Trust me on this. All right, so of course, you can listen to newradiott.com, netradiott.com on the stream. And of course, you can go to Net Radio Trinidad on smart devices to listen to the excellent programming we have throughout the day.
All right, folks, have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Be careful on the roads again. Look out for the young ones and remember to let go and let God.
Nice. And it's always a pleasure being here with you guys, man. You know?
Yes, thanks a lot, CJ. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so have a fantastic weekend, people. This has been
The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. The Breakfast Show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your double or your morning drink.
one power, 1 key. You see that going to happen now? I tell the PN, just can't pay me what I have done to them over the years. And a lot of them too ungrateful and too ridiculous. I don't even bother. All they have to do is pay me money that they owe me. All they have to do is pay me money that they owe me.